This is a tutorial using Siteglide Studio and importing a Bootstrap 5 template from somewhere like Envato Elements or Themeforest, whatever it might be, and setting it up within Studio. So first, just going to make a site. So create site, build with Studio, put this in Siteglide and Studio. I'm going to install Studio and create the site. I'll come back when this is done. While we're waiting, we've got some tutorials that you can watch here, or you can go and check out the Studio website itself, where you can view the layout library and the visual page builder demo. In the layout library, you've got all the various layouts that we have available at the moment that you can use. And what we're essentially going to do in this demo is not use the Siteglide ones from Studio. We're going to go and get our own modular layouts to add in. While the site's creating, we'll actually go and get the Bootstrap layout as well. So we have an account on Envato. It's a great tool for getting access to files just on a monthly fee. Just downloading that template now. And again, I'll get everything set up, ready to import once the site's built. So the site's now created. That took a couple of minutes. It's now ready to go. So we'll go into the admin area for this site. And separately, we've got the downloaded template. There's a folder for the template, documentation, and HTML. So just go into the HTML, should be able to open up one of those layouts in Visual Studio Code or whatever you want to use. It could be text editor, or you can import it straight into Siteglide if you wanted to. Just grab the HTML. And essentially, we're just going to have a look at what this looks like. So what you're going to need to do is, in Siteglide, you have Studio all set up. So if you go to Assets, CSS, Modules, Studio, you'll see in here you've got some like custom variables and things that you can use, and custom Sass. So in your custom Sass file, you might want to insert the CSS directly into here, or you might prefer to create a new file to match the one that they provide and put all of that in there. So they copy in Bootstrap, material design, some other files. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. You might literally want to upload these files and then just link to them in the template. That's probably the easiest way, but it means that you then have to either edit these separately or have to overwrite the values in the Studio files, so in custom Sass. Completely up to you how you want to do it. Everyone's probably got a different way. I think what we will do is we will just start with trying to copy a section and see what it looks like. So quite curious to see how that will work and how it'll look with just minimal Bootstrap. So if we grab a section, so everything's done in sections like it is in Siteglide, go with our services, grab that one now. Nicely commented, copy that, and we'll drop that into a page. We don't have a template yet, so that's something you have to do in Siteglide. You have to go and build that first and apply Studio to it. So we'll put it in and prove the point that there just won't be any CSS whatsoever at the moment. So we'll save that page, view it, it'll just be HTML. There we go. So then if we go back to templates, create a new template, call it main, have Studio applied, and click save. You can then go back to pages and apply that page template. If you then go back to our page and view it, you'll see that now has all of Bootstrap applied. So we haven't had to install any of that from the template. This is just running off Core Studio. Now, if we were to go and look at that template and try and find that section, that's what it is there. So obviously it doesn't look the same because we haven't applied any of the custom CSS or styling from there. But let's try this features one, which is a bit more complex, and we'll put in the dream website section as well. So coming after here, grab all that code. We'll put all of those in, drop it into the page, save changes. So yeah, let's put them in, but obviously we're missing quite a lot of styling. So I think what we'll do is we'll try the approach of uploading the files and doing it that way. So if you see in here, it's referring to files in the CSS folder. So we'll do that. We'll put them directly into here and give that a try. So we don't need to do Bootstrap, but we will bring across all of those ones and see how that goes. Cool. And then we would need to grab the code that brings those in and put them into the template. So I think that's just these here, these two. And we'll go and put that in. It's going to have to be slightly different using Siteglide. So we'll go to the template, go into main. So probably where in practice you would put it into a code snippet or something so it's more usable across the site, but for now we'll just put it into here, and then we're just going to have to replace these URLs. So if we do insert image, CSS, style as an example, it's going to give you that asset URL. I know it's not an image, but it's just an easy way of getting those files, file URLs. So we'll do that, and we'll just put the rest in. Just make sure we've got everything. I don't think you actually need all of these, but we'll do it. I am not a developer, so trying to prove the point that you don't necessarily need to be. Sure, someone will correct me that not all of these are needed, but we will put them in. So let's see what that does. Pretty good. That's pretty similar to these here, but we're missing a few images. So those will run off images, I imagine. And to do that, we'll just go back to File Manager, go back to Assets. We'll create an images folder. Let's just check how they do it, and we'll do it the same way. Yeah, images. And then we'll upload some of those assets now from here. Not too many, we'll do the lot, I think. You might start to see that populating. It might take a few minutes to process in the background. Buttons are looking better. Oh, and obviously we have to update the URLs for the imagery there. So we'll just now go back into the page, because they're using the URLs that the template used by default, and we just need to hook it up to the CDN. So if we come into the features section, you will see there is an image, and all we need to do is just get the new image URL for that. So it's called feature 1. Drop that one in. And then we'll do the same for features 2. So yeah, we've got that layout, those sections from that template in and working and looking good. I think what we'll quickly do is just see how editable that is. We go back into the page, we go to Visual Page Builder. So this is all running off Studio, essentially. It's just your own layouts in Studio. So you can now come into here and add some content in and manage that however you want to. Not the most inventive, but we'll put that in, we'll click Save, we'll go and view that page. So yeah, how you can quickly pull across a template from Themeforest or Envato using Bootstrap 5. So this is a Bootstrap 5 template that we've got, and that's now working off Studio, which runs off Bootstrap 5 as well. So yeah, one final thing we'll do is run a page speed test on that and see how we get on. So this will run on mobile. There'll be all sorts of things that we haven't done, like tags to get accessibility and SEO scores, but it'll give us a good idea before we do that what's missing. So yeah, image formats are the main thing to do. That can be done very, very quickly. And then on accessibility, just putting a title in and putting things in the right order. We don't have a header at the moment, navigation. And again, title, meta description. So very, very quickly, we could get that up to some pretty top scores. And again, that was just on mobile. So if we put that in as desktop, it's a little bit kinder. You can just watch one of our other videos of how to achieve 100 out of 100 or very close using just Studio layouts anyway. So it's all really achievable. Again, yeah, let's go and do it. Let's put a title in and prove the point. Really easy. Coming into here, SEO settings, title, meta, can do open graph as well, and then we'll just run that again. There we go, getting pretty top scores already. Yeah, just a quick example of how you can bring in external layouts and piece them into Studio. This should give you a good idea of how Studio can become the main part of your design and build process, and you've got total control to customize it. It's just the foundation to get started from, and then what's really nice is that works with Studio, with Siteglide modules, so things like blog and all of those can run in the background using our layouts, or you can then apply another layout to it. So it's a huge starting point. It saves a lot of time and gives you some best practice and performance scores out of the gate. So yeah, let us know your feedback. Thanks.